Alright, that last video was basically an intro video for me revisiting the angle head flashlight, because the other day, like I said, the angle head flashlight video, the camera tripod moved, so I didn't get a lot of the stuff in there. And like I said, I generally, as a rule, I watch the videos before I upload them to make sure that there's no screw ups. But I was out of time the other day, and I just hurried up and thought, well, they're probably all right. And I uploaded them, and then I left. Well, yeah, the angle head one wasn't good. So I'm doing some videos here. So I did an intro for angle head flashlight, and this is last one. This is just a chit chat video. After the angle head intro video, I'm going to have two videos that will be back to back, and they will be about the internals of the angle head section of the flashlight and how you need to shape it. Okay, you pull the internal piece out and you reshape it, and then it works all the time. Alright, works all the time, no blinky. See, no issues. So yeah. So what is this right here? This black thing is a piece of a 26-inch rubber mountain bike inner tube. So just put that on there. It gives it a little green and black camo, right? And then if I want to, I could tuck my cord underneath there, you know, to redirect my cord down along the shaft of the flashlight if I want to. You know, say I'm hanging it for a certain thing. Let's say I'm hanging it upside down and I want it to stay like that, you know. So it's kind of like camo. It's kind of like a little extra grip. An emergency, you know, you could use that for fire lighting. You know, just take it off and cut it into little strips. So it's a multi-purpose little item, and all it is just a piece of rubber, right? So make angle heads great. Start using your angle heads. They actually work, guys. They're good lights, and they'll last a long time, especially with the new LED bulbs that they got for them. What else? This is a chit chat video. I got coffee here. Always gotta have my coffee. Somebody says, my doctor says that I can only have 2 cups a day. Well, I don't have a doctor. I could have as many cups a day as I want. I drink at least a pot a day. If I could do it without being up all night going to the restroom, I would drink 2 pots a day. I've done that before, but you know, when you're up 6 times at night, that's not fun, because then you don't get no sleep. Oh yeah, I was going to finish this 20-year-old Cliff Bar. Not bad. talked about prepackaged food in the last video for a couple of minutes, but I'm going to do this remote ruck march. I'll be taking some open and eat food, mostly on the move. 2, I get there, get my rest on. Have a meal, a real meal. Spend the day kicking about. Travel back at night, the next night. So it'll be night, day. Day will be rest and fiddle farting around. And then next night, back. Yep. This bongo gear will be my snack bag, and I have my light, have a couple lights. I gotta find the doggone 1-inch wide olive green webbing to finish up. I need to make a harness for this to use it as a chest bag. But I put tiger stripe USA flags on there. I talked about this the other day. They're flying the way they are because I'm running into battle, right? Going that way. So I'm going that way. I got, you know, them here, and they're flying backwards, right? Going that way. And then in the front is a zombie outbreak response team patch. So I thought that was kind of not only appropriate, but it also kind of goes with the color scheme, you know, olive, drab, and black. And then here on the top, I got a zombie hunter with a reticle, with a zombie in the reticle, you know, right there. All right, that's not one of those newfangled patches that's like rubber or whatever. That's the actual embroidered patch. You know, I like embroidered patches. So yeah. So I'll get this sorted out with a harness. Got my boots sorted. So I'll be wearing these Amberland boots, which you can't buy anymore, this particular model. I had these resold, some Frankenstein soles on them. So this Montana. So these soles will last a long time. These are the real deal soles, you know, the ones that tear up terrain when you're moving over it. Not the new Nature Groovy soles that wear out when you look at them too hard. Yeah. What else? Still got packs. Nobody's inquired. I'm actually surprised. I got some really nice packs. They're all mint condition. Some of them hadn't been used. They've just been on standby. And I bought them for certain reasons. And I've decided I've got way too many packs. I'm narrowing some stuff down. And so I'm taking some nice ones that haven't been used. Or they haven't been abused. For instance, like the Drop Zone Mother Rucker. Now I got that and I used it as a demo pack. That one I put 120 pounds of stuff in it. Took an 8-mile hike just to check it out, see how the suspension was, and you know how well it carried the load, because I mean you could have a really large sack, but unless it carries the load well, forget about it. You need to look around if it doesn't. So it carries 120 pounds good. Yeah, and that one's got 4 extra pockets. And actually, I've got that one on a discount. So that one's discounted even with the 4 extra pockets. It's a really good deal. Carrymore SF 60 to 100 and Coyote. Complete with the rocket pouches. That's a really nice ruck. I got Tactical Tailor, Malice, and Coyote. It's got the super belt, super straps. That is a very comfortable pack. I put a bunch of weight in that and walked around with it a bit to try it out. That is a nice pack. That one is, I did some tweaking on it because I thought I would keep that one for life, but, I mean, the thing is, I got so many packs. I got so much stuff. Good. I'm at that point now where I'm trying to, like, shave things down a little bit, in life, because, at some point I'm going to kick off. Somebody's going to have to figure out what to do with all my stuff, right? So if I try to narrow my packs down to what I really need, rather than having a collection, to pull from. Of course, I got a Mystery Ranch. It's a SOCOM pack. That one's a good deal too. That I know that those were retailing for $7.85. $7.85 is what those are retailing for. They don't make them no more, but they made it for Special Forces and Navy Special Operators, which the Navy just wanted to have their own version of an operator, because the U.S. Special Forces had that designation of operator since like the 1950s, I think so. You can look into it if you want. So, but they made those for the SEALs and the Army Special Forces, SOCOM Recce Tactiplane. It's got a couple of removable side pouches, near infrared material, all that. Let's see what else. Of course, I had the Drop Zone Tactical Mother Rucka. I told you about that one, right? And I love this Mother Rucka, right? So that is a 1,000 denier heavy duty pack, and it'll haul more than you can want to haul. That's for sure. Yep. Carrymore SF 60 to 100, 1,000 denier. Tack Taylor Malice version 2, 1,000 denier. Yeah. Get quiet. Yeah. What else real quick? Got about a minute. So I got this brush. out. This is a Conair brush. People that make, kind of got a pull there. People that make stuff for cutting hair, Conair. But anyway, somebody says, how you deal with that big beard? Like, do you brush it, or do you comb it, or what do you do with it? I brush it. That way I look like, one of those troll figures, right? Yeah. Anyway, so, yep. Brush. Just little tidbit of info there. personal info. Yeah, he uses a brush on his beard. Notice it's quite, the bristles are quite separated. You know, that way you don't get too many pulls like I just had there. Alright guys, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to get some of these videos up. We're going to get the angle head stuff up. You guys need to get back into these angle heads. This is a good thing. I've been in, you know, very swampy conditions. My old angle head submerged for hours and no issue. Did not go. It didn't leak, you know. So, all right. We'll catch you later.